Let's give it for Johnny Harkins! Hello everybody. Hey everybody. How you guys doing? Doing good? Yeah. Cool. Hey everybody. So, what's up? My name is Johnny. I'm a tour guide. I'm a New York City tour guide. That is my real life job. That's what I do for a living. I'm college educated. I got a degree. I got my degree in communications. I double minored in history and music. Today I'm a New York City tour guide. That means really high on my priority list is, can I do this job stoned? That's like, obviously one of the first questions asked in order for me to be in the position I'm in. I'm a New York City tour guide. It's cool being a New York, yeah, I get stoned hard. Call me an Iranian adulteress, because I'm getting stoned like every day. Just to let you know where this set is going. I'm just gonna hit you with my level right now. Get used to that. Get used to those uncomfortable O's. There's gonna be a couple of those. It's interesting being a tour guide, because you get to meet people from all over the world. I don't get to travel very much, but I've seen people from all over the planet. Everybody comes from all over the world to be in New York, to see New York City. And it's humbling. It is fucking humbling meeting people from all over the world, because it makes me realize how lucky I am to live in America. Like, the brokest American is way better off than like 95% of the world. And I've learned that giving tours. I gave a tour, I met a man from Kazakhstan on a tour. I was like, whoa, that's like where Borat is from. I said that, and he goes, yes, I rode donkey to airport. That's it. I was like, that's your life. You're being really serious right now. That is your life. That's amazing. It truly happened to me. And it's hard to impress people. If they're like people from America, people from the Midwest and down south, they're like, wow, New York City. It's hard to impress people from all over the world. I had an Indian guy on my bus, and I said, New York City is the most densely populated city in America. 27,000 people per square mile. It's a fact. A dude from India on my bus goes, 27,000 people. I have that in my building. I was like, whoa, all right. I'm trying to... Yes, I swear to God, I said one time, I was like, New York City has a very long history with crime and gang violence. I had a dude on my bus from Mexico City go, Senor, let's not make this a competition. It's like, whoa. True story, I do Bronx tours. I do tours of the Bronx. Swear to God, I had a guy on my bus from the Sudan. One of the things I say on the Bronx tour is, yeah, back in the 60s, back in the 70s, the Bronx was a really rough neighborhood. It used to be pretty dangerous, pretty rough and tumble back in the day. But it's really not so bad anymore. This dude on my bus goes, not so bad, no machetes. I was like, what do I say to that? Where do I go from there? It's humbling. Seeing all these people from all over the world makes me appreciate America. We're lucky. We don't appreciate how good we got it in this country. In America, we hear lions and tigers and bears, oh my, and we think of the Wizard of Oz. There's a poor little kid in Africa. When he hears lions and tigers and bears, oh my, he thinks, great, something else trying to kill me. What the fuck is a bear, right? We need to appreciate these things. And being a tour guide has helped me appreciate that. I have a different technique, because we hit up people for tips. We are all about tips. We ask people for tips. And there's different techniques for asking people for tips from all over the world. Like, people from Australia don't tip. Minimum wage is like fucking high in Australia. So tipping's like not even a thing. If you're from Southeast Asia, tipping's like an insult. They were like, oh, we wouldn't dishonor you by tipping you. I was like, that's bullshit. Fucking tip me, asshole. Like people, I don't care about cultural differences. No. There are people that exploit that. Happened on my bus. There was a dude from India that was clearly American. He was clearly from America. But as he's getting off my bus, trying to get past my tip jar, he's like, oh, thank you very much for the tour. And I'm like, there is an Obama sticker on your backpack, man. You were wearing a Vikings jersey. You're from America. Don't try and pull that on me. When Chinese people from China get off my bus, I always try like, oh, tip, you know? And they're like, you owe our country $2 trillion. Here's a tip. Stop borrowing borrowing money. Like, okay, relax. Angry people. It's tough being a tour guide. I got tips for you. Before I was a tour guide, I was a sperm donor. That was my job. That was straight up my job. Don't laugh, it's serious right there. I made $1,500 a month donating sperm. Tax-free in my pocket. Look it up, California Cryobank. I'm anonymous. Oh, fuck. Anonymous donor. It's crazy though, I recommend it. It's hard though, it's hard to become a sperm donor. Oh, less than 1% of those that apply for the program qualify. I am in the top 1% of sperm. I don't want to brag, but my sperm has a Yelp rating. You should look it up. It's very impressive. When I was becoming a sperm donor, a lot of my friends said, Johnny, don't do it, man. Don't be a sperm donor. What happens when you become a multi-millionaire? You're gonna have like 200 sperm babies out there hitting you up for money. I said, guys, for some reason, I don't see that being a problem I'm gonna face in my life. I don't think I'm gonna have that issue. I said, if anything, it's the other way around. I'm fucking lazy and stupid, but I got great genes. By having 200 sperm babies, I'm hedging my bets. If even 5% of those sperm babies become millionaires, I'm hitting them up for cash. Are you kidding? They owe me a lot more than I owe them. I don't know where that concept came from. Like, oh, I'm gonna give you money? Fuck you, like, I gave you sperm. Like, am I fucking... So that's silly, in my opinion. Be a sperm donor, I recommend it, Tyler. Speaking of birth control, I don't want to have any babies. I have a beautiful fiance right there. That's my fiance. A little while ago. She loves this joke, by the way, I'm about to tell. She just adores this joke. She's baby crazy, my fiance. She wants to have a baby. Whenever we see commercials with babies, she's like, baby, so cute. And like, I get it, but I'm 25. Like, I do not want to have babies yet. I'm too young. My beautiful fiance wants me to fertilize her eggs so badly, she gives me a blowjob every morning after breakfast. Now, you would get that joke a lot more if you knew she had eggs for breakfast every morning. Ah, that's a multi-layered joke right there. That's an Inception joke right there. So there you go. Birth control is fucking weird, birth control. Like, I hate the names for it, like the morning after pill, or Plan B. Like, are you fucking kidding me? How the hell did these names make it out of the marketing room? Like, those are ridiculous. You know what they should call, like, abortion pills? They should call it extra strength birth control. That would fly off the shelves. That's a media fuck up right there. Advertising, you know? Speaking of, Dos Equis. Dos Equis commercials. Everybody in my audience knows Dos Equis commercials, right? Yeah. Very popular. Here's the genius behind the Dos Equis commercial. Dos Equis is not even a good beer. Like, Dos Equis doesn't taste good. What's the slogan? Stay thirsty, my friends. Like, the spokesman is even like, I'd rather stay thirsty than drink this shitty beer. Like, Dos Equis sucks. And yet, boom, that's the brilliant power of advertising right there. Boom, there you go. It's been a weird football season, hasn't it? It's been a weird football season with all the scandals and shit, you know, like wife beaters and child beaters. It's like I'm always on edge with the next football game. I'm waiting for the next, like, shoe to drop, the next big thing. What? You know who's grateful for this? The Washington Redskins, am I right? The Washington Redskins dodged a bullet, because they were the big scandal. It was like, the Redskins, that's so messed up, that's so discriminatory against the Indians. Like, really? I don't know, what about ticket scalpers? Aren't scalpers way less politically correct than the Redskins? Anybody? What's next? Scalpers? Come on, guys. Keep up. Scalpers? Come on, guys. I hope the very first Chinese restaurant in space is called Moonwalk. That one's for you. That one's for you guys. I learned a little Spanish working as a tour guide. You meet a lot of people from Spanish-speaking countries. And I learned that in Spanish, I is yo. Yo is how you say I in Spanish. So someone please explain to me how Americans say yo 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 and Mexicans say I. That one I cannot wrap my head around. Every day that one blows my mind. True story, on the tour bus one time, I'm handing out headphones to the people. You hand out headphones, and I don't know why, you throw out the sirs and the ma'ams really rapid fire. I don't know what I was thinking. I go over to this couple, I go, here's a headphone for you, ma'am, and here's one for your husband. And she goes, excuse me? And I go, or your boyfriend, whatever, just trying to like play it off like a joke. She goes, excuse me, my friend is obviously a woman. I look over and I'm like mortified. I'm mortified. It's a woman with like an extremely manly haircut, like a very manly everything about her, but she's a woman. So I'm like, fuck, and I'm mortified. I'm very, very embarrassed. And I found out that day that the procedure for when a woman gets a sex change to a man is called an addictomy. That's a long walk. That's a long walk for a silly punchline, I know. But an addictomy, come on. You'll laugh at that on the way home. I want to hit you later. That's a 5 minute later joke. An addictomy. Come on now. You know what? I think I'll leave you guys with one of my favorite jokes. We all like to imagine God as this really wise guy, and I have a theory. I imagine one time a Swami has to climb to the top of a mountain, and he's meditating. He's meditating, and he dies, and his soul ascends to heaven. And God says, listen, dude, you were the smartest man that ever lived. You were it. You're humanity's representation. Ask me one question. Go ahead. One question, make it count. And the Swami's like, oh fuck, holy shit, like this is it. I get one question, I better make this some profound shit, right? So the Swami goes, God, why is there something instead of nothing? God says, wow, gee, I don't know. Let's call up the nothing verse and see if no one answers, you fucking dumbass. What kind of fucking question is that? Why does God have to be nice? That's my point of view. Guys, I was Johnny Harkins. Very nice to meet you all. Take care. Thank you.